Hey there guys, Renee Collins here, CPA financial planner and the founder of Retire Ready, a firm that is dedicated to helping first-generation wealth builders to develop a healthy relationship with their money so that they can save more, invest smart, and build wealth. And not just for today, but for the future generation as well. If this is your first time at my channel, I want to welcome you. Then I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. 1, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and share it with a friend. So today I'm going to be talking about how being weird can allow us to build wealth. Stay tuned. So my brother sent me this reel that was from Instagram, and it was an influencer calling Prince weird. Now, if you know me, you know I love me some Prince. As a matter of fact, here is a picture of me in my college dorm with my satin purple rain poster on the wall. So I wasn't just a fan. I'm telling you, I was true to it. So of course, when I saw this reel, I had to click on it because my first thought was, wait a minute, hold up. Did this man just call Prince weird? And so, of course, right away, I thought about weird in a bad way. But then I read the caption and I realized that he wasn't criticizing Prince. He was actually celebrating him because he said that Prince's work ethic and his dedication to his craft, that's what made him stand out. That is what made him weird. But I thought about this and I thought, really, that's not weird. What it really means is that Prince was being authentic. He wasn't being weird. Just because a person refuses to shrink, allow themselves to shrink so that they can fit in somebody else's box, that doesn't mean that they're being weird. It doesn't mean that they're being strange or complicated. What it means is that they are owning who they really are. So showing up as your authentic self, this is about you being unfiltered, imperfect, real. It's about being a human being. And let's be honest, it takes courage to show up that way. Because being yourself means that you're taking off the mask, that people are seeing parts of you that don't fit into that mold. We say we want to live an authentic life. But when it's our turn to show up and live that life, it can be scary because we fear the judgment. We fear the rejection. We fear the not belonging. And as human beings, we want to be a part of the tribe. We want to feel connected to our loved ones, to our friends, to our community. But here's the paradox. The very thing that makes you feel weird, it may be the exact thing that makes you wealthy. So let me explain. When you're being authentic, that means that your internal values line up with your external actions. This alignment is what psychologists call self-congruence. It is when what you believe and how you behave are both in sync with one another. But the moment that we start to live our lives for the approval of other people, we start to lose that alignment. We start to lose what I call the center. We start to lose our equilibrium. You see, our internal compass, that's our values. Our values are these principles that guide us, that help us to see what it is that we really want, what's important to us. And then we begin to make financial decisions based on what we say is really important to us. And so when we're not doing that, then we lose that center. Then what we start to do is we react to external cues. We start to look around at what is everybody else doing, what are they wearing, what are they driving, what are they posting, because we're seeking that sense of control or that belonging. So let me talk about what that can look like in real life. You're scrolling through social media. And then suddenly you start to look at what other people are doing and you feel like, oh, I need to upgrade my life. Maybe I need a new car. I need a new designer bag. I need to take a trip. Maybe you start to say yes to those dinners and those vacations or those purchases that don't necessarily fit into your budget. But you want to keep up. You're chasing success in a way that looks good on paper, but it leaves you feeling empty inside. You fill your Amazon cart because buying something, it makes you feel like you're in control. It gives you that dopamine hit, even if it's only for a few hours. Psychologists call this compensatory consumption. And that basically means that we're spending money so that we can feel good about ourselves when there's something deeper that feels off. And that's what happens when we lose our center. We're basically trying to buy back our balance instead of being in balance. And here's what I want you to understand, and that is it's not your fault. It's not our fault. We're human beings and our brains are wired for social proof. It's basically a psychological shortcut that tells us if everybody else is doing it, then it must be the right thing to do. So when we see people who are living on a certain lifestyle, then we subconsciously assume that they know something that we don't. But what we don't realize is that that person is looking at the next person, and that person is looking at the next person. So we have to be careful comparing our behind the scenes to somebody else's highlight reel. Because the truth is you really don't know what their reality is. You don't know what it is that they're looking at as their standard for living. And you want to be careful looking at somebody else's standard and using it as a way to create your own. You don't know their financial circumstances. They could be drowning in debt, or they could be financially free. They could be a trust fund baby. You don't know. So be careful basing your financial decisions based on what you think other people have. Because if you do, you're going to end up living somebody else's life as opposed to designing your own. Here's the question. How do we get back to our center? Well, it really starts with awareness and reflection. It starts with sitting down and really thinking about what is it that you want? What do you want your money to do for you? How do you want your money to show up for you in your life? When you are clear and you have certainty around your values, your goals, and those things that are important to you, then you can begin to make financial decisions from a place of awareness and clarity. Before you buy anything, just pause for a moment and ask yourself, why am I buying this? Is it because it aligns with my values, or am I chasing something? Am I chasing approval? Am I chasing validation? Am I spending in a way that expresses who I am? Or am I trying to impress somebody else? When your money decisions come from alignment rather than approval, that's how you start to build real wealth. Building wealth, it isn't just about what's in your bank account, but it's about having a peace of mind. It's about living a life that feels like it's yours, authentically yours. So when you can begin to spend money that is in alignment with your truth, that is where your weirdness becomes your wisdom. You see, Prince did not care about fitting in. What he cared about was being real. He cared about creating something from the inside out. And that's what real wealth is. Real wealth is about understanding who you are, what's important to you, what are your values. That is creation. That's how we create wealth. So the next time you're feeling that pressure to fit in, the next time you feel like you want to buy something based on what you see other people are doing, I want you to just pause for a moment and ask yourself, does this fit in with my goals? Does this move me a step closer to the life that I really want? Is it giving me that peace of mind that I desire, or that security, or the stability, or whatever it is? This is the kind of proof that you can really trust. And that is your own proof. So go out and be weird, be you, and build wealth. Well, listen, guys, that is all that I have for today. If this hits home for you, if I say something that you feel like resonates with you, I want you to go ahead and subscribe, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends about it, and let me know in the comments, what is one weird money decision that you made that maybe other people question, but it worked out great for you? Let me know. And in the meantime, I will see you guys next time. Take care and go be great today.